Hi, what's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, my name is Rick, and I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right. What issue is most important to you personally?
I would say the most important issue to me has got to be campaign finance reform. I think really everything boils down to that. I think the most important thing is for us as citizens is to be able to hear what each person intends to do, what they think are the biggest problems that we face, what their proposed solutions are to correct those problems, how they're going to make life better for their constituency, for the average American. And I think that money in politics has really convoluted the process and interferes the most with political process.
What is the number one thing for campaign finance reform you'd like to see?
For campaign finance reform, I really think it would be important to have it be completely publicly funded. So I think every person should have the same platforms, the same time, the same opportunity to share their thoughts, their ideas with the populace so that the populace can make an informed decision. I don't think the person with the deepest pockets should be able to talk the most. I think that all ideas are important. We're in a time right now where we need as many good ideas as we can get, and I don't think we should do anything to kind of limit those. So I think everyone should have the same chances, the same platforms, the same amount of time to be seen on TV, heard in debates, heard in town hall sessions, so that
Gotcha.
voters can be absolutely informed as possible as to where they stand and what they would do if elected.
Gotcha. If you had a magic wand and you could just fix something right now across the country, what would it be?
If I could fix one thing instantly, it would be, eliminating the false lines of fear and hate that permeates the U.S. and separates us when, in fact, all of us have way more in common than, those in power would like us to believe. I mean, most of us want to have a healthy environment to live in, clean water to drink, fresh air to breathe, good schools for our children to attend, and for our kids to have a better life and a better opportunity, than we had.
All right. Do you feel like either the Democrat or Republican Party are doing anything to help with issues like those?
I really don't, for the most part. I mean, I would say I feel like the Democratic Party in general is doing more for the quote unquote average person than, say, the Republican Party is.
Hmm.
But to some degree, I would say it's true to say that they're two wings of the same of animal, in some respects. So I don't think either party is really fulfilling their mandates and representing their people.
Hmm.
It's if I had to pick one person, I'd say someone like Senator Bernie Sanders. If you go back and look at footage of him talking in the 1970s, the 1980s, the 1990s, the
Hmm.
2000s, his first run for president, he said the same thing consistently his entire life.
Right.
And I tend to agree with a lot of the things that he said. I'm for higher wages, for a single payer medical system.
Hmm.
It's crazy that here in the United States we pay more than double what other industrialized nations do for less than half of the care.
Hmm.
We've got low infant. Our infant mortality is not ranked well. Our
Right.
lifespans are not ranked well. So for us to spend the most money and not be number one in everything, shows that there's clearly some serious problems with our medical area in the United States.
System. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Last question. If there was someone running for president, they're just a normal person, they weren't rich or a politician, but you agreed with their policies and thought they could do a good job, would you be able to vote for someone like that?
Yes, I could. I mean, at this point, I would vote for anyone that I believe has good intentions. I think intent is one of the most important things, and someone who really truly does want to have impact, does want to make a change, does want to do something positive. I think that's hugely important. And like right now, I'm really disappointed that my choices for president are two, white 80-year-old males. Not to say a white male can't make a great president. We've had wonderful, presidents like Eisenhower on the Republican side, FDR on the
Hmm.
Democratic side. But it's a concern when you've got people who are in their 80s running for president. to be the commander-in-chief of the world's most powerful army, one of the strongest nuclear forces on the planet, and they couldn't even serve in the military
In the military.
branches that they're in charge of. So,
Right.
I think age is really important too.
Okay. Thank you for your time.